There was a mysterious 72-second radio signal that came from deep space back in 1977. It's the strongest candidate for alien communication we have ever found. And it still hasn't been explained today. It's one of those science videos where if you like science and space stuff, then you're gonna love this video. So buckle up and let's go. Okay, so real quick, when we are talking about the universe and space, we are talking about some seriously crazy distances. Like the Milky Way, which is our galaxy, it's like 100 billion light years across. And just to put that into perspective, light travels at 300,000 kilometers per second. So if you were to send a message in a bottle via a rocket ship traveling at the fastest speed possible, it would take you 100,000 years to get just 1 light year away from Earth. The distances are just absolutely wild. Because of these distances, it can take a long time for us to communicate with things in space. For example, Voyager 1, which is the most distant craft that we have sent into space. It takes 40 minutes for signals to travel between Earth and Voyager 1. And there are 4 probes that are known as the Voyager probes. They were launched in the 1970s and they have traveled far beyond the orbit of Pluto, but because they are so far away, it takes a long time for us to communicate with them and get responses. But even though these probes are very, very far away from us, scientists have still managed to get some incredibly cool images back from them. Like, check out this image that we got back from Voyager 1 in 1990. We got this incredible view of our solar system thanks to Voyager 1. The Voyager probes are basically what we would call today drones, but they are seriously way cooler than any drone that I own. Like, they are literally flying through space. And in the past, people have joked about how if aliens were to somehow see these probes floating around in space, they might think that we are aliens. But anyway, all of this is to say that communicating with things in space is tricky business. It takes a lot of time and effort. And this brings us to the story of the day that scientists picked up an incredible signal from somewhere in space. The year was 1977 and scientists were conducting an experiment called Project Ozma. This project was trying to listen in on radio waves from space. Remember, radio waves are part of the electromagnetic spectrum and they can travel across the universe. So scientists were listening in on radio waves hoping that they could pick up some sort of signal from an alien civilization. The main person behind this project was a guy named Ehman. He was an astronomer who had previously worked with other scientists to try and search for intelligent life in space. And he was looking specifically for radio signals that were coming from places outside of our solar system. He wanted to see if we could find radio signals that were not only coming from outside of our solar system, but also that were not natural phenomena. You know, like maybe they were coming from an alien spaceship or something. So Jerry set up this experiment in his backyard observatory. He used a 50-meter radio telescope and a device called a big ear, which was made to pick up radio signals from space. These radio signals can be used to carry information, like you might use radio waves to listen to music in your car. So Jerry was hoping that he could use these radio telescopes to listen in on messages that were being sent through space. And the way that this worked is that he would basically look at one part of the sky at a time and then slowly move to another part of the sky. As he did this, the device would continuously scan the radio signals that were coming from space and then write them down on a piece of paper. What this ended up looking like was a bunch of random letters and numbers that didn't really mean anything. But Jerry knew that there would be something special hidden within this jumble of letters and numbers. And sure enough, one day while he was going through the data, he saw something that made him stop dead in his tracks. The date was August 11th, 1977, and the signal that he had seen was unlike anything that he had ever seen before. It was strong and clear, and it lasted for 72 seconds. It was also coming from a place in the sky that was not near any stars or other celestial objects that could have caused the signal. When he saw this, Jerry circled the number 6EQUJ5 and wrote "wow" next to it. The signal that he had seen was unlike anything that he had ever seen before, and he knew that he might be witnessing something truly special. So here's what the signal looked like. The code 6EQUJ5 represents the strength of the signal in various frequency channels. Each letter corresponds to a particular frequency band, and the numbers indicate the relative strength of the signal in each band. The W stands for wow, which was Jerry's personal designation for the most interesting signal. It was a designation that indicated that the signal was particularly strong and worthy of further investigation. This signal was significant because it came from a specific direction in the sky that was not near any stars or other celestial objects that could have produced a radio signal. Additionally, the signal was not only strong, but also narrow in terms of bandwidth, indicating that it was not a natural phenomenon such as a supernova or a black hole. Following the discovery of the wow signal, astronomers conducted extensive follow-up observations of the area of the sky from which it originated. However, despite numerous attempts, they were unable to detect any further signals from the same location. This has led to speculation that the wow signal may have been a one-time occurrence and not a genuine interstellar transmission. Despite the lack of follow-up, the wow signal remains the most compelling candidate for an extraterrestrial communication that has ever been detected. Its unusual characteristics, including its strength, narrow bandwidth, and unexpected origin, make it stand out among the vast amount of radio noise that astronomers must sift through in their search for extraterrestrial life. In the decades since the wow signal was received, astronomers have continued to search for similar signals from distant stars and galaxies. While none have been detected, the possibility of extraterrestrial communication remains an active area of research. And the wow signal continues to captivate the imaginations of scientists and space enthusiasts alike. Some scientists have suggested that the wow signal may have been caused by a natural phenomenon that we do not yet understand. Others believe that it may have been a hoax or a misidentification of a known object. However, there is no consensus on the cause of the wow signal, and it remains one of the great mysteries of astronomy. Jerry himself believed that the wow signal was likely the result of an alien communication. In a 1998 interview, he said, "I don't believe that there is any known natural transient phenomenon that could produce an effect like this." Despite the lack of evidence to support this claim, many UFO researchers and conspiracy theorists have seized on the wow signal as proof of extraterrestrial contact. They believe that the signal was deliberately sent by an alien civilization to communicate with humans. However, there is no evidence to support this claim, and the wow signal is more likely the result of a misidentification or a natural phenomenon. Today, the wow signal remains an enduring mystery. It is one of the few pieces of evidence that could suggest that there is life out there in the universe. While it may never be proven to be an alien communication, the possibility remains an exciting one. Scientists continue to search for signals from beyond the stars, and the wow signal serves as a reminder that we may not be alone in the universe. The story of the wow signal is a testament to the power of scientific curiosity. It is the story of a group of astronomers who dared to dream of life beyond Earth and who took the time and effort to search for it. Their efforts may not have yielded definitive proof of alien life, but they did discover something truly remarkable, a signal from beyond the stars that continues to captivate the human imagination. If you liked this video, then definitely check out this video over here. It's about the most mysterious place in the entire universe. It's a place where physics doesn't work and scientists don't know what's going on.